let me tell you a story about how this went from a $300 oil cooler to 50 grand into this thing. So this customer brought us this truck. You know, typical 6.0 things had greater than 15 degree difference between coolant and oil temps. And he's like, hey, I need an oil cooler. So brought it in, and sure enough, oil cooler is gone. But so was the head gasket, you know, 6.0 things. Well, then we pulled heads and sent them off to the machine shop. They're cracked everywhere. And like, well, how much are KDD heads? And then we looked them up, and a couple grand. And he's like, well, man, I don't want to spend 9 grand on a $200,000 bottom end. So he goes and finds a $22,000 bottom end with heads and stacked up from KDD. Well, he's like, well, man, I got 22 grand into a bottom end. I better put an O-Dog intake on it and a thumper 2 and some big injectors and a little bit bigger turbo. And man, we got all this done now, and I have a stock transmission. So now we've got a Randy Stage 2 transmission in this thing. And he's like, well, man, I don't want an oil cooler failing again. So now we're finally back to the oil cooler, you know, 50 grand later. Maybe not quite 50 grand at that point, but like pretty close. And so now we're doing a bulletproof diesel oil cooler conversion on it. And then, man, this body's pretty rough. Well, now let's get a new body. He went out to Massachusetts, picked up a rust-free body, and that's gonna get put on now. So that's how you go from a $300 oil cooler to $50,000 into your 6.0. If you wanna put 50 grand in your 6.0, I don't recommend it, but if you do, definitely give me a call, 218-639-5017. Thanks.